Okay, YouTube, I'm back with another video, and I'm on the website entitled AmericaIsTheOldWorld.com, and I'm under the section of the giant Moors that ruled the Americas. Now, you can go back and watch my other videos I did on the Aboriginals, Indians. So here on this website, you have a picture right here, and this is a giant Moorish Indian chief, right? It's a giant. It's a tall person, right? And you can see on this website, he has listed the books that I have done videos on. Giants on Record and the Ancient Giants Who Ruled America. Now let's go back here and check this out. So you have here, let me see here, where is it at? Okay, so I'm going right here to the section of Old World Giants and Old World Giant books. Okay, so it says here that the Old World Tartarian Empire that was ruled by blacks from the beginning of time until the Great Comet of 1812 destroyed the Old World Tartarian Empire. The Great Comet stayed in the air for almost a full year, and it caused massive volcanic eruptions that blackened out the sun. It caused thousands of massive earthquakes that created massive tidal waves, and it caused the earth to literally liquefy, which caused a great mud flood that completely destroyed the Old World Tartarian Empire that was ruled by blackamoors from the beginning of time. Now, let's drop down here, right? I'm going to post it in my description, but he has a lot of information, right? And right here, it says, the temples in Utah are Gothic architecture, Moorish, and the doors and the ceilings are all high, which suggesting that these temples were built for giants and by giants. Likewise, the medieval Gothic cathedrals in the Americas and in Europe all have huge doors and high ceilings, which suggests that they were built for giants and by giants. The evidence in the architecture, the evidence is in the art and the architecture, because why would normal-sized people build doors and ceilings so high? This evidence suggests that we were once all giants. But what happened to our giant size? Well, thousands of years ago, you had Titan beings on this planet. Go back and watch my video I just did on the Titan. The movie they did about Titan. Who was that? Whose DNA are they studying? It says thousands of years ago, you had Titan beings on this planet because the oxygen level was high enough to support a giant era, and he goes into details on this. Okay. Then you have something that's called petrified giants. Okay. Petrified giant titans. All right, and he has a YouTube clip you can check out. If I have enough time, I'll click on it. But you have here these big ass books, right? I'm quite sure that weighs a couple of pounds, more than a couple of pounds. Okay, and look how big that book is over that woman. Who's reading these big ass books? Okay, look at this. I'm not that. That's up to date. We talking about old stuff. Got these big ass books. Who's reading these big books? Black people, because white folks didn't come on the scene until 6,000 years ago. We talking about prehistoric time. Got an image right here. Like this, a man or woman reading these big books. Okay? Got another image right here. There's so much stuff that got hid, man. It's a damn shame, man. Now, you have here the Gothic cathedrals, right? The Gothic cathedrals with the big doors. You know what I'm saying? We don't have big doors in our houses. And then when you type in the word Gothic, when you go here to Gothic, what do white people who say they're Gothic, what do they dress up as? They dress in what? All black. Right? They dress in all black. What is this representing? Melanin, carbon. Okay? This is what this is. Now, you have here where is it at? You can click out of this, click out of that. And they did something called Petrified Wood right here. World of Petrified Giants and Titans. Right here. You can see this.
Stone through this process of billions of years, types of stone. Things turn into all different types of shape, and we just assume those to us because the digits are. Bring that up not to be religious, because the presence of us.
Now, I already did a video on Forbidden Archaeology Part 1 and Part 2 when I showed that you have black people, Negroes, 2.5 billion years ago, predating the so-called dinosaurs. They date the dinosaurs as 65 million years. I'm going back 2.5 billion years when they found this artifact that's been sculptured. But they said they don't know who did it.
Isn't that odd? What a coincidence, you guys, that
Now look at some of these images, man. That looks like these are elephants, live elephants, right? Now look at that. That's in rock. Are you seeing this? Let me click out of this. Are you seeing this? This is in rock. This is the elephant, a giant elephant that's been petrified through time. Carvings, it's in stone. That's a damn elephant, man. Look at that. Look at this, man. Look at that. Now, just imagine if that thing came alive. How would you react to that? El Diablo. Who is El Diablo, man? They call El Diablo what? The devil, right? Look at that. Now, I believe this woman who's using this, who has this video up. I believe they took her channel down for YouTube because she's on BitChute. Whenever they take your channel down, you have to revert to BitChute because you put out information they don't want it to be known. Look at that. Now look at that. Look at that creature. What does that look like? That's a big ass animal. That's a giant. That's a big ass animal. So if the animal's that big, that means somebody had to have been riding that thing or walking it. Ain't no small ass person for me walking this animal. Look at that. That's a teeth. Look at this. Teeth. You can see the teeth, the eye. Come on, man. Look at that. Teeth. There's the eye right there. Right there. Look at that. Teeth. Okay. This is over millions of shit, probably billions of years. Look at the teeth. Look at this thing's mouth. Look at that. Teeth. We think this shit's some rocks. Nah, this is the animal. Giant animal. Titans. Look at this, man. How can you get around this? Real petrified dragon. Look at this, man. Look at that. What the hell is that? What is that, man? That's a big ass animal that has eroded over time, but instead of it decomposing, it's been petrified. It turned into stone. That's a horse. Look at the horse. Horse. Come on, man. Look at it. Are you seeing this? That's a horse. A picture of a horse. That's a damn horse. Go diagonal, and you can see the same resemblance. That's a damn horse. Big ass horse. There's another one. Look at that. What the hell is that? An elephant? Big ass elephant. Giant. Giant, man. Let this shit come alive. Let it come alive. What you gonna do? What you gonna kill it with? A tranquilizer gun? That shit ain't gonna work. What creature is this? Look at that. They got a head right there. Come on, man. That's a big ass animal. That's a camel. Camel. It's a camel. There's a hump. There's a damn head. There's this, you know what I'm saying? The hump. Petrified sperm whales in Thailand. Look at that. Thailand. Whale. Look at that. Do you think that's an island? No, that's a damn animal. Ain't no damn island. It's a damn animal. It's been petrified in wood and stone. There's a fin, right? There's the fin. Okay, there's the body. The head up here. They go to the mouth, right? That's what is that? A shark? A turtle rock? Baby, we so behind. We so far behind. It's a damn shame. Talking about some Black Lives Matter. Look, man, these people got some shit in this head. Look at that. That's a damn turtle. Big ass turtle. Look at that. They go to head. Let me go back. Another one. Look at that, man. What is that? That's another one. You think these are rocks? These are animals, man. I go another one.
think I want to interrupt the slideshow right here because this picture reminds me of Beaver Ridge and the Native
A
American.
big ass beaver. Only beavers we know. What is that animal come out the ground? That's a groundhog. I'm sorry.
American legend around that was that the ridge itself was part of.
Look at this big ass footprint. What animal is that? That nigga can jump in there and start swimming in that shit, can't he? The water is deep enough, he can swim in that shit. In a big ass footprint. And they have done the forensic analysis on it, and it's proven.
A giant ancient beaver, a petrified beaver.
A petrified beaver.
And that there was a living giant humanoid in the area that they had to appease. And at some point,
who is that? Who is that? Niggas, naggers, black people, Negroes. It ain't white folks, because you only came on the scene 6,000 years ago. It's proven. Matter of fact, on this website, they have a website called it's a magazine called Science Magazine. And they say that white pale skin, they're not coming to fruition until 6,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago.
And that there was a living giant humanoid in the area that they had to appease.
Not no damn gray alien, not no damn reptile. No, we talking about flesh and blood. Human beings. Niggas.
And at some point they had a falling out with him. And they said that he cut off their water source by stepping on their creek and damming it up. Now, in our modern paradigm, that seems impossible. It must just be mythology or legend. But they said it really happened in ancient times. So I thought that was interesting in light of these things that we see, like giant petrified beavers and lakes shaped like giant footprints. Now, before we go on to the next level, I want to stop and touch on the science behind this, the CAT scans, the MRIs, the DNA tests, all of the geology work and the anatomy work that is being done in this field. Because a lot of people will say, oh, they're just rocks, like we're just wild-eyed, conspiracy theorists that don't study science, and there's nothing further from the truth. This is being suppressed. This evidence has been, Roger took this to Yale University and other places. It's being actively suppressed, but there is science behind it. So I'm just going to show a couple of quick.
Okay, so they've done it. They've done the analysis on it. They say the original Nephilim were 450 feet tall. 450 feet tall. These are titans. You got to have titan blood when you go back to the Greek deities, primordial deities. Carbon is a primordial deity. When you go to Hesiod's, theogony. Right here. The first gods. Right? The first gods was what? Chaos. Darkness. Then you go into the genealogy of these gods coming into being. Right? Titans. Titans. Who are the Titans? It ain't white people. It's not Europeans. So who is it? It's not Chinese people? It's not Scandinavian? No. These are Negroes. These are Negroes. I've already done the video on Titan. They're studying the DNA of black people, Negroes, African Americans. So who's riding these big ass animals in prehistoric times? Negroes. Negroes, man. This shit is deep. This shit is deep. You got birth of the gods. The genealogies. Okay, we breaking this shit down, man. Telling you what this is. When you got the movie called The Clash of the Titans, that's you. So when you got the thing called Jack and the Beanstalk, what the hell is that? They say it's fairy tale. Bullshit. Ain't no fairy tale. This shit is real. Look at this. Jack and the Beanstalk. You know the story. You read the story. You read the story. You heard the story before. Read it. Titans. Now, this is deep. How are you gonna debunk this?
That there were giants in the world 3,000 ells tall. 3,000 ells tall.
And you want to say these giants are evil? How do you know that these giants are evil? How do you know? You don't know shit about these giants. Just because somebody wrote about them in a book and say that they did this and did that, how do you know?
Okay, so if you translate that, a lot of people, because that's just too much, they're like, okay, that's too much. There must be some mistranslation. So they dumb it down and they're like, they come up with other ways and they rationalize. And they're like, okay, it's just 450 feet, as if that's better, a 450-foot person. But if we just take it literally, like we're meant to take all of the scriptures literally, an L is an Old English measurement equivalent to 45 inches. If this was indeed the measurement, then that would make the giants just short of 2 miles high. Think about that. Now that seems hard to believe, but look at the pictures I just showed you, and then I'm going to show you a multitude more of these mud fossils. These giants, 2 miles high.
Let's go to them.
The Bible is true.
Ecuador, they have these in Ecuador. That's a face. Ecuador, that's a face. The Canyon, Grand Utah Canyon, that's a face. Colorado.
In the Crusades and all of that, and the Smithsonian, he even tried to save his family because it was all the evil humans that needed to be, that seemed to be part of the human, can give us these beautiful.
I'm gonna post this to my description box, right? I'm gonna post this in my description box for you to check it out on your own, okay? Because I don't want to run out of time, right? But we showing you, man. We showing you clear as day. And they tell you, I forget the name. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. We've already proven this. They tell you. Science Magazine. White skin is 6,000 years old. Right here. sciencemag.org. how Europeans evolved to white skin. Look at this. It's a science magazine by Ann Gibbons. Ann Gibbons. Most of us think European as the ancestral home of white people, but a new study shows that pale skin, as well as other traits such as tallness and ability to digest milk, blah, 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 blah. And it talks about the DNA, chromosome, and all that type of stuff, whatever. And they're telling you, clear as day. They're telling you. These not my words. This is what she wrote. This is what their own damn science says. That they've only been